This part of the test will measure your listening ability when it comes to the conversations and lectures in academic settings. You will listen to a recording, and then answer questions about it. You will be able to take notes while listening, and you can listen to the recording only once. The questions must be answered in the presented order. During the exam, you will not be allowed to go back to the previous question. The questions will be about the main idea, and the supporting details. Some questions will be about the speaker's purpose or attitude. Answer the questions based on what is stated or implied by the speaker. Sometimes you will see this icon. It means that you will have to listen to a certain segment of the recording, and answer a question about it. Now listen to the lecture.
3 factors: scientific research, technological development, and the long-term survival of humanity are the main drivers of manned Mars missions. As we explore Mars, we may learn new things about the creation and development of our solar system, and discover whether or not life has ever existed there. A mission like that would also call for advancements in communication, life support, and spaceflight. Finally, by creating a permanent human presence on Mars, we would no longer be entirely reliant on Earth and its resources, which could help our species survive. However, before manned missions to Mars become a reality, there are important issues that must be resolved. The creation of a propulsion system that enables a quicker and more efficient voyage is one such problem. Currently, the journey to Mars would take 6 to 9 months, which puts astronauts' health and well-being at danger from radiation exposure and microgravity exposure. Furthermore, it is critical to have a dependable life support system that can sustain habitability in the hostile Martian environment. This involves supplying access to safe drinking water, fresh food, and clean air. Despite these difficulties, a successful Mars trip could result in a number of advantages. The establishment of a human presence on Mars would spur the creation of cutting-edge technologies, which might then be used in fields like medical, energy production, and agriculture. A Mars trip would also encourage young people to seek jobs in science, engineering, and other fields that are essential to the advancement of our species. A manned voyage to Mars is a thrilling and ambitious project that could result in fresh scientific findings, encourage technological advancement, and help ensure the long-term existence of humanity. Although the path ahead is fraught with difficulties, the rewards are enormous and have the power to fundamentally alter our perception of the cosmos and our place within it. A trip to Mars is a journey to our own potential. Let's continue to aim high and work toward a better future.
What is the main idea of the lecture? What did the professor mean when this was said?
A trip to Mars is a journey to our own potential.
Why does the professor mention the 3 primary reasons for going to Mars? What are 3 things the professor mentioned as part of a Mars mission? What are 2 things the professor did not mention? Why does the professor say that a manned Mars mission would drive the development of advanced technologies? What challenge does the professor mention in relation to astronaut health during the journey to Mars? Now listen to the conversation between 2 people.
Hi, I was wondering if I could talk to you about retaking a course I've already completed.
Of course. Which course are you interested in retaking?
It's the Introduction to Psychology course. I took it last semester, but I feel like I didn't quite grasp the material as well as I wanted to.
I see. Well, it's not uncommon for students to retake courses for various reasons. Did you have any specific concerns about the course?
Not really. It's just that the professor was going through the material rather quickly, and I wasn't able to keep up with the pace.
Ah, I understand. Sometimes it helps to go through the material at a slower pace or seek additional resources to help with comprehension. Retaking the course could be beneficial in that case.
That's what I was thinking. Is there any way to ensure that I get a different professor this time?
While I can't guarantee anything, I can tell you that there will be a new professor teaching the course next semester. The teaching style might be more to your liking.
That sounds great. What do I need to do to sign up for the course again?
You can register for the course online, just like you did previously. Since you've already taken it, the system should let you enroll without any issues.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Good luck with the course, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need any assistance.
What is the main idea of the dialogue? What can be inferred about the new professor teaching the course next semester? How did the student feel about the pace of the course? What is the student advisor's attitude towards the student's request? What does the student advisor imply about the new professor? Now listen to the lecture.
With a length of 2,341 miles, the Missouri River is the longest river in North America. It starts in the Montanan Rocky Mountains, meanders through the Great Plains, and eventually joins the Mississippi River north of St. Louis, Missouri. This confluence is crucial to the Mississippi's extensive drainage system, which affects North America's whole water cycle. The Missouri River has historically played a significant role in transportation, promoting communication, and trade between the East and the West. The 1804 to 1806 Lewis and Clark expedition was the first known overland exploration of North American West, and the Missouri River played a significant role in that journey. Fur traders, settlers, and farmers were drawn to the river's plentiful resources, which encouraged the growth of numerous towns and cities along its banks, including Kansas City, Omaha, and Pierre. The rich history of the Missouri River is matched by its environmental difficulties. The river experienced rising pollution, habitat degradation, and species extinction as populations and industry grew. The United States Army Corps of Engineers built a number of dams in the 20th century for flood control, irrigation, and the production of hydroelectric power, which significantly changed the river's natural flow and ecosystems. Although these dams gave the towns along the river access to rich resources, the changes to the river's flow had unforeseen effects on the ecosystem and local wildlife. Along its length, the Missouri River supports a wide variety of habitats and fauna, including more than 300 bird species, 150 fish species, and a large number of mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. For migrating birds and other native animals, the wetlands and floodplains along the river serve as vital nesting and feeding sites. A crucial supply of water for agriculture, the Missouri River also provides a lifeline for farmers in its watershed. The river's ability to sustain life is clear, but its future is uncertain. Understanding the geological, historical, and environmental context of the Missouri River is essential to solving its problems. Conservation initiatives, which concentrate on the restoration of wetlands and floodplains and the promotion of sustainable agricultural methods, are underway to lessen the consequences of pollution and habitat deconstruction. The Missouri River is a vital tributary of the Mississippi River, having important effects on geography, history, and the environment, its wealth of resources, and the delicate balance between human involvement and ecological preservation.
What is the main idea of the lecture? When the professor says,
The river's ability to sustain life is clear, but its future is uncertain.
what does he mean? Why does the professor mention the United States Army Corps of Engineers constructing dams on the Missouri River? Which of the following are part of the Missouri River's significance? Sort the following statements into those that are true, and those that are not, based on the lecture. What is one of the ways conservation efforts are addressing the challenges facing the Missouri River? Now listen to the conversation between two people.
Good morning, Alex. I just finished reviewing your latest essay, and I have to say, I'm quite impressed with your analytical skills.
Thank you, Professor Smith. I'm happy to hear that you liked it.
Your talent in this area is truly remarkable. I can't help but think that you would have a bright future in geology. Have you considered pursuing a career in this field?
Well, I do enjoy studying geology, but I haven't seriously considered it as a career option yet.
I understand that choosing a career path can be daunting. However, with your abilities, you could make significant contributions to this field. You might even have the opportunity to make a big discovery one day.
That's a fascinating thought, Professor. But I feel I need to explore other possibilities before making a decision.
That's a wise approach. I just wanted you to know that I see great potential in you, and should you decide to pursue geology, you can count on my support.
Thank you, Professor Smith. I truly appreciate your confidence in me. I will definitely keep your advice in mind as I consider my future.
What is the main idea of the dialogue? What does the professor imply about Alex's abilities in geology? How does the student feel about the professor's suggestion? Based on the dialogue, what can be inferred about the professor's attitude towards Alex's future? In the dialogue, what is the professor's main reason for suggesting a career in geology? Now listen to the lecture.
As a marginal sea in Northwest Europe, the North Sea's weather may be extremely unpredictable and challenging to forecast. We will discuss important characteristics of the weather over the North Sea, how it affects human activity, and some frequent myths about the area during this talk. The Gulf Stream and westerly winds are the two main variables that have the greatest influence on the climate in the North Sea. The North Sea receives comparatively warm water from the Gulf Stream, a warm ocean stream that originates in the Gulf of Mexico. As a result, the climate there is milder than one might anticipate given its latitude. On the other hand, westerly winds carry moisture and chilly air from the Atlantic Ocean, resulting in extremely variable weather. These causes contribute to the North Sea's reputation for frequent storms and erratic weather patterns. Although the region's unpredictable weather can be extremely fascinating, it does pose some difficulties for operations like shipping, fishing, and offshore oil and gas exploitation. Maritime navigation can be particularly challenging because of the choppy waters and strong gusts, but some of these dangers can be reduced by using well-known maritime routes that take advantage of the prevailing currents and winds. Let's now dispel some myths regarding the weather of the North Sea. Contrary to common opinion, it is not constantly chilly and stormy near the North Sea. The area actually experiences a wide variety of weather throughout the year. Summers can be rather moderate, with average highs of around 15 degrees Celsius and sporadic highs of 20 degrees Celsius. However, because of its northern location, the winters may be very harsh and chilly, with frequent temperatures below freezing. Additionally, some individuals believe that the North Sea is perpetually foggy. Although fog is frequently seen, particularly in the spring and fall, it is not a constant feature. Warm air passing over colder water, which frequently happens during seasonal changes, increases the likelihood of fog. Many people are unaware that several species, such as the guillemot and puffin, are only present during the breeding season. It is also a well-known fact that the North Sea is home to a large number of sea birds. Some migratory species, such as the Arctic tern, only stop in the North Sea during their migration, on the other hand. The weather in the North Sea is very unpredictable and is mostly influenced by the Gulf Stream and westerly winds, which also have an impact on local human activities. There are many misconceptions about the climate, but it's vital to keep in mind that there's always more going on.
What is the main idea of the lecture? How does the professor feel about the misconceptions regarding the North Sea's weather? What does the professor imply about the shipping routes in the North Sea? What is the deeper meaning of the statement "there's always more going on"? In the lecture, the professor mentioned 3 things that are part of the North Sea weather and 2 that are not. Sort these accordingly. In one part of the lecture, the professor expresses a certain feeling about the changeable climate of the North Sea. What is their attitude?